In Rome, police are on the hunt for the creators of posters critical of Pope Francis. They appeared throughout the city this past weekend. Hundreds of posters mysteriously popped up on the streets of Rome on Saturday. Beneath a stern-looking Pope Francis, the Pope is criticized for his actions against the Order of Malta, religious orders, and cardinals, particularly those who submitted that dubia, those questions to him. They appeared on the same day that Francis appointed his own special delegate to run the Knights of Malta, a sovereign order. And it read at the bottom of the poster, "Ah, Francis, you've taken over congregations, removed priests, decapitated the Order of Malta and the Franciscans of the Immaculate, ignored cardinals, but where is your mercy?"
The order has a government in place that is restoring leadership in line with the constitution of the order. The Sovereign Order of Malta is unique in the world, being at the same time a Catholic lay order, a sovereign entity, and a humanitarian institution. But as recent weeks have shown, we are, however, not immune when it comes to having a crisis in our government. We are grateful for the Grand Master that he accepted the proposal to resign, and this has put the elected government of the order back in a position where it can stand up to its constitutional responsibilities and govern the affairs of the order. The order reaffirms its loyalty to the Holy Father. Let me reassure our members and everybody that the government of the order is and will remain at the service of the Holy Father. We cannot foresee, and we will not make comments on the role of Cardinal Burke in the future. That is left to the decision of the Holy Father. What we can say, and what you know, is that the Holy Father has written to the order a letter indicating that he will name a special delegate who will be his only spokesman to the order for the time of his tenure of office. I think the Vatican took care of the crisis, or started to take care of the crisis, when it became aware of the fact that the wish of the Holy Father was invoked when I was asked to resign. And that's the reason the Holy Father and the Vatican stepped in. So it had nothing to do with our sovereignty. And if you read the letters of the Holy Father carefully, it's especially mentioned that it will not interfere with our relations with the states. And the Holy Father and the Vatican realizes very well that our sovereign functions is at the service of the Church.
Why did they want you out?
Part of it is the fact that there was an increasing tension and disagreement between the elected government of the order, not only me, also my colleagues sitting here and the others, and people brought in by the Grand Master without regard to the Constitution in positions which are not constitutional. I think it's no secret that the number of the professed in the order is not very high. We have about 55 professed knights in comparison to a total membership of 13,500. It's a very low figure, and probably one of the aspects of the reform will be what can be done to attract more people to follow a vocation as a professed knight. The professed are the core of the order. Through their vows, they commit their lives to the mission of the order, and I think this group has to be strengthened. The Pope has not asked the order to clear of Freemasons. It's a rumor which is not true. The Pope has asked that members of the order who belong to organizations he didn't name Freemasonry, who are not which are mundane or not in concordance with the Catholic Church should leave these organizations. So he didn't tell that these members should leave the order. He asked that members who are members of organizations who are not in total concordance with the Church should leave these organizations. We have asked for indications because these people don't raise their fingers and say what they are. So what I can tell you is that in the regulations for membership in the order, it is compulsory that candidates for admission make an expressive statement in their application form that they do not belong to organizations hostile to the Church and Freemasons. And every candidate needs a nihil obstat of his local ordinary before he gets admitted to the order. So that's what we can do. If people are hiding and concealing such membership, it's very difficult for us to find out. But that's what I can confirm.
Do you think that the Grand Master, the ex-Grand Master, really thought that he could win a very public battle of wills with the Pope? And I mean, it's almost Nixonian. I mean, it's just really...
I was not present during these weeks in the Grand Magistry. My assumption is that the former Grand Master was ill-advised by whomsoever.
By whom?
Soever.